I'm Grace Dawes. I'm here at Move 2025 and I'm joined by Jeroen van Tilburg, the CEO of IONITY. Thank you so much for joining me today, Jeroen. How's your Move experience been so far?
It's been amazing so far. Excited to be in London, excited to be in the UK. It's one of our core markets that we focus on as IONITY. It's always like a joy to be at these events where you meet people from the industry, you build new connections. And you can help remove some of the myths that still exist around EV ownership and charging in particular. So definitely on a mission as well to help the transition to EVs.
Amazing. Well, that's what Move is all about. So how would you describe IONITY's unique role in accelerating EV adoption across Europe or across the globe, especially compared to other charging providers? What makes you different?
Well, a few things, candidly. First of all, today, I think we should be proud in Europe what we've achieved. The transition to EVs is happening. Charging should not be of any concern about owning an EV in Europe anymore. But going back to our early stages, IONITY has been founded in 2017 and we started to open our first stations in 2018. Our founding fathers make us unique. We're like OEMs, competitors, getting together and collaborate to remove the number one concern back in the days. For owning an EV, is there sufficient charging infrastructure? Can I travel with an EV long distance? Can I travel with an EV to my favorite holiday destination? And that brought several competitors, the likes of BMW, Mercedes-Benz, Audi, VW, Porsche, Kia, all together to build a network. And that's what we've been doing ever since 2018. Now operating a network of across 24 countries, more than 750 locations, which translate into we're having a station every 150 kilometers along the major highways in Europe, really enabling that seamless travel across Europe. So that is the second thing that sets us, I think position is uniquely. We are a truly pan-European network. And the other element is that from the early days, we've been investing in true high power charging. And, candidly over the past couple of years, that might have not been super relevant because there were no vehicles on the road that actually could take the power that IONITY delivers up to 350 kilowatts or 400 nowadays, non-shared. But now with 800 volt vehicles coming from BMW's new class, the Neue Klasse, Audi, Porsche, Kia, all bringing these 800 volt vehicles to market, we now have an established network, 99% of our locations, that can cater to these vehicles and really bringing the charging experience down to 20 minutes only. And that makes us really future-proof and really helping us to enable this transition because we now bring a charging experience that is basically at the level of refueling your car.
Yeah, amazing. Well, tell me a bit about what's next for IONITY beyond highway corridors. Are you exploring urban charging, destination charging, for example?
Yeah, interesting question. Over the past couple of years, we've been solely focused on long distance charging. Like what I just said, that is a mission that we've now accomplished. Yeah. We're proud that last month we've secured a green loan facility from several banks in Europe, up to 600 million, that really helps us to invest further in the next phase of our growth. And part of that investment is moving into we're going to invest in the major cities in Europe, like London is really a top priority for us to enable the electrification of fleets of taxis in these cities, but also enabling the mass adoption of EVs. People that are living in an apartment building in the city of London, will benefit as well from having fast charging in their neighborhood or during their commute to work. So that's the next phase of our growth. And we're only going to further increase charge speeds. We hope to deploy our first stations later this year that will deliver up to 600 kilowatt of power, which is next level. And we'll start further reducing the time that you spend charging your vehicle and making EV ownership even more convenient.
Amazing. Well, that all sounds perfect. Thank you so much for taking the time to speak to me today, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your experience here at Move.
Thanks so much. Thanks for your time.